these are the two little books that I finished. I had actually decided to do something different, and I'd forgotten that I decided to do that. So I had to change the format a little, because when I picked up the packages, they didn't work the way that I wanted. So let's start with this one. This is the cream one, and we've got cut and creates, some tea-dyed vellum, and some extra goodies. This is tied up with jute twine. Another vintage envelope, and this is why I had to. I did this one separately, and then it didn't belong anywhere else, so I had to put it in here. And this is the little open out one. And we've got a little booklet on the back of that one. This is the second one, and this is done with the Kraft cardstock. And this can open out, vellum envelopes, washi paper, some vintage trinkets, and this is the other little piece that goes inside it. An envelope with a spot to put things. Now, these are going to be attached and combined on a cover, and I've been struggling with how to do that, and I think I finally figured out what to do, and this is the result. I've got two spines. One is going to be inside the book, and the other one is going to be outside the book, and this is the way it's going to work, I think. And I'll take pictures of it and let you know how it works. These are the two covers that I have done so far, and this is a double-sided. That's going to be the outside spine, and I think that I'm going to cover it with some brown mesh ribbon so that flows through the project. And then this one is the inside, and this is going to have its own spine. This is ready to fold over and glue, and that's going to glue in place. And then the books will glue because they already have their spines, and then they'll glue in position like this. So that's where I am at the moment, and I will continue working on this little book. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Bye for now. This is how it's working so far. I have taken one of the spines and I have glued each of the sections onto it. Inside the sections, I have glued the little sections onto the scored area. And this one is glued in. Glued and tape. And then let it sit for a while until the glue takes hold. This way it sits totally flat. It's a great way of doing it. And you can add extra pieces in the middle, and you don't have to worry about what you're going to do when you're finished, how you're going to put it together. Now this is the one piece. This is the section. This is the inside of the cover, and this has to be decorated, and then this will glue and paste right in the middle so that the book just sits flat like that. And then this is the outside, which has to be done as well, and then it has a spine. It wouldn't have to have a spine, but we all get into the habit of having to have a spine, so it has a spine, and then that will be glued and taped on. And then the covers. This is the finished book. Let's see, we've got an art tag on the front cover. We've got some vintage trinkets and hardware and a tag. This is the spine. It has a key with some gears and with the mesh ribbon. And this is the back. It's just a very simple back. But this is the square cover. This is one of the spines, and this is the other cover. Now inside you can see the covers, and the piece of cardstock is running all the way across underneath the inside spine and over the back. And it works out quite nicely because the book is very easy to open, doesn't require a closure, and can be made almost any size you want. So let's have a look inside. This is the inside cover, and I've just used a bit of corrugated cardboard that's torn to create some interest. And then we've got a piece of cut and create on the inside and 3 little pieces here. You saw this, I think, before, the vellum envelope, some keys with a vintage trinket on the top. This one is just covered with jute twine, just to give it some interest. And then inside we find, this is our little insert. This is the piece. You can see the score lines right there. This one has score lines that are slightly smaller, so that they fit inside the score lines of the major piece. And these are the ones, this one is attached to this piece, and this one is glued to the interior spine. And then I leave enough space in between so that the pages sit nicely. And I'm not sure that I can give you dimensions for that. It looks like about 1 centimeter. And then you want to leave enough space on the side, on the inside here, so the pages fall nicely. And this is the finished book. I think we've got a bit of a tear there, and this has a little bit of a little book inside it. And then we go to the next piece, and this is where the second one is glued in. You can see the 2 score lines here, and then this one has score lines that are slightly smaller, probably a couple of millimeters on each side, or 1 millimeter. And this is why I couldn't do the 3 sections, because this one belonged here, not by itself, and this one belonged here, not by itself. So inside here we've got a flap. This could be attached to the side to add things inside, but it's kind of interesting it like that. This one has another little opening there, some washi paper here, and this one has some corrugated. I love working with corrugated because it adds another texture. Some more corrugated. I like little booklets to kind of match and work with each other. So the corrugated is brought throughout the book. And then this one has the envelope. And then on the back here we can see where this one has been glued down, slightly crookedly I might admit, but junk journals and little albums that are handmade are not supposed to be perfect. This just has some tuck-ins here, a die cut, and another piece of cardboard, and then the back. And this is the little book finished. I'll put the dimensions below in the descriptions and measure it all out. But you can see that this one, you can see how this one is glued down. I use tape, double-sided tape, but definitely some glue for all of these special things. And you can see that looking from the top, it looks nice and tidy because the ribbon is on the inside. It's glued on the inside of the spine. And that's it. Hope you like it. Make sure you subscribe and sign up for our newsletter. That can be done on the website. I haven't figured out how to add it to YouTube yet, but I will. But I know that there's a little icon of Meg's Garden that will take you to the website, definitely. But this is Meg signing out. I'm starting on the next collection that will be available probably the middle of January, and it'll be pastels. But I'll be doing a book that you can turn into shabby chic or vintage depending on what you like. So I'll sign out for now. Bye for now.